from 6 to 9. You're about to have a really good time, and it's sure to make you smile. On the bus, in the car, on the AirPods without wires. Crank it up on the works on it's the Bad and Liam podcast. Bad and Liam podcast.
G'day there, podcaster.
Real fun episode today. Ben reveals that his most prized possession was destroyed last night, so he's a little bit upset about that. This is a roller coaster for you in this one, Ben, because there were also some revelations made at the end of the first thing you're going to hear, our AMA segment. I suppose it's an AMU. It's more us. Oh, hang on. AUU. Ask us anything.
Yep. Yeah, because normally it's AMA.
Jeez, I can't spell.
AUA, yeah.
Yeah, AUA.
Yep.
Ask us anything. Where we've been getting people who listen to the pod and that sort of stuff to ask curly questions, and by God, they're pretty curly every week, and it certainly gets awkward at the start of this one. So enjoy. 0400 919 919. Feel free to text Ben and I any old time. But specifically, in the last couple of weeks, we've been doing a bit of an Ask Us Anything. So just sort of no questions off limits. We promise to answer everything that we see that's sent through. Producer Belle joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Last couple of weeks, there's been some pretty curly ones in there.
People are going hard.
Well, that's it. They're sort of, I suppose, most people know the normal stuff, so they just try and make us feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
How are they today? Are they sort of tepid, or are they?
I love the first question.
Are they spicy? Are they?
They're spicy.
All right, bring on the spice.
All right, spice number one. When did you guys lose your virginity?
Who wants to know that?
This has been on the text line approximately 50 times.
Really?
Yes.
I don't understand why people would want to know that, but...
Maybe it's an ex-girlfriend of ours texting through. Do you remember?
Do we say it at the same time, Liam?
Yeah. What? As in, what?
As in we go 3, 2, 1 and then we say the age.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that way we see
I'll
who's
say
cooler.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, you say 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, then we say it.
Okay, yeah.
All right, 3,
2, 1, 26.
17.
I'm joking, guys.
Funny.
I went for the joke answer. I was 16, actually.
Really?
But I didn't wait for you to say your age first. But
I was 15. No, 17.
Any younger and it's going to start getting weird. So I'm not going to try and beat you in that little game. But yeah, I was 16. There's nothing to write home about, but
Okay, next
it's more,
question.
if anything, it's that relief, woo, I've done it.
Is there a song or Nova artist that you guys can't stand?
Oh, I mean, that's a loaded question, isn't it?
There is one song.
Look, what I would say is
That
there's
comes
a
to
lot of
mind.
stuff that we love, and like everyone, there's stuff that we hate. It's just, music's subjective. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Like the thing that we both really openly hate off air?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll get the song up for you. So there's a song I genuinely love on the Nova playlist. It's Jack Harlow, First Class.
I've been throw up the sex in
It's a great song.
Here's the thing, though. The Nova execs got their hands on it and they Novified it.
And to be fair, this has happened to a couple of songs.
Yep. I think what happens is the Nova execs get their hands on it. They pay Jack Harlow money and then he redoes the song.
I don't think with Harlow, though. I think...
No. It's still Jack Harlow's song, but whoever produced it has now taken out in the background they go, they spell glam.
G-L-A-M. But there's subliminal messaging, much like that Simpsons episode when they're trying to get the kids to join the Navy.
They've replaced it with N-O-V, and then we play it on the station. So have a listen to the Novified version of the song.
I've been throw up the sex in and I can put you in.
Because he's spelling glamorous, but I like in that second bit how they start spelling Nova and then they go back to glamorous. So I'm like, am I listening to Novamas FM? What is this? Novamos.
Yeah, so if there's one song that gets under our skin, it's the Novified version.
You might even be able to hear in our voices sometimes we come out of it and go, you're on Nova if you didn't know.
Sometimes.
We're kind of over it.
Sometimes if we're giggling, it's because we were laughing that we were playing that song.
All right. Final question. Will Liam have Ben as a groomsman in his wedding, given that Liam wasn't in Ben's?
Well, he was in mine. He was the better man.
Oof. I didn't get to stand up there with you, though. It's very it's interesting, isn't it? So this is really awkward because, I haven't even spoken to the groomsmen that I intend on having.
I was going to say, yeah, I know that you,
I
because it's a big chat, and it seems like
It's a
something,
big chat,
something
yeah.
that you would take very seriously.
It's something that you would probably like to actually speak to the people first rather than just like
Yeah.
speaking it on the radio.
Yeah.
I mean, because I wasn't in your wedding party, Ben, do you think you deserve to be in mine? Like, I suppose that would be the question.
I think it would establish me as the alpha male.
Yeah, which is definitely something that was running through my head. Because, of course, like, I want you a part of it. But,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's in
yeah.
my head, I'm like, but I wasn't a part of his. So.
Yeah.
And you got to draw first blood.
Yep.
So I've got 4 places. I think you only had 1.
Yep.
So I've got 4. Do you think you made the cut?
Well, I think I know 2 of the people that would be in it.
Okay. So who have you got?
I would say you definitely have Harry in there.
Harry's a lifelong pal of mine.
Yep.
He's my best man. In fact, we made a pact at a young age that we'd be each other's best
man.
So
Yep.
hopefully he doesn't do me dirty too.
Yep. I'm pretty sure Harry, 100% locked
Yeah.
in, best man. Then I'd say you'd have Sean.
Sean, yeah. So far you've got the order.
Yep.
And then I've got my sister,
Yep.
Geordie.
Yep.
So she wears suits. That's her style. So I wanted her on my side.
Mm-hmm.
And then in last place,
Should I get a drone? Should I get some sort of drum roll?
in last place, keeping in mind I've got many close friends and a lot of people that I love and consider very close to me. In last place, rounding out my form, Ben. Let me finish. Croissanti, Sarah's brother, my future brother-in-law, because we figured we wanted both of our family. in
Yeah,
the,
that's fair.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Ben, you didn't get the call up this time.
I'm okay with that.
But hey, I'll probably get married tons of times. So. I'm joking. I'm joking. And can I just say I feel weird about it?
About what? Not having me in it?
Yes.
I'm fine.
Oh, I know you would be fine. That's also another consideration. But I just feel like,
I really thought that was going to be a beautiful moment where you asked him on air.
It's fine.
Okay.
But is it? And there'll always be unresolved tension, won't there? Like
no
there's-
tension.
I feel like there's tension.
There's no
I
tension.
don't know. I just
There's no tension.
feel like you had the opportunity first to have me in that.
Yeah, and the fact that you weren't in mine, I think makes it
makes it
therefore
fair.
totally okay.
It makes it fair.
If you were in mine, then I was in yours. That'd be weird.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was sort of thinking.
Yeah.
For sure. Cool. Still friends or still?
Still friends.
Cool. Man, this segment is hard, isn't it? It's a lot of, it's like, ooh, you're revealing things you don't want to.
Hey, whether you've been craving the ocean, snow, mountains, or city lights, there are so many possibilities for you and your next trip.
Make up for missed holidays and explore more of Oz with whatif.com.
Jump online or on the What If app.
What if? It's Aussie for travel.
Well, welcome to Ground Zero. It feels like a bomb's just gone off in this studio. My ears are ringing. Is it tinnitus? Is that what it's called when they ring? I feel like I've got that. After I revealed, certainly wasn't planning on revealing it this morning, that unfortunately, Ben here, one of my best mates, has not made the cut for my bridal party for the groomsmen.
Yep.
Getting married next year. Look, I suppose it was going to come up at some point, but I would have preferred to do it in a bit of a better way. Obviously, you're a bit, upset about the whole thing.
I'm totally fine. I think you're being weirder about it than I am.
No. It's, and obviously I was snubbed at your wedding. I was given the role of the better man, but on the day I didn't have much.
Have you not put me in yours because you weren't in mine?
No, I don't know. It seems there's so much love between us, but we keep playing this cat and mouse game. You hurt me, I hurt you. Where does it end, Ben? Where does it end? When are we going to be honest with ourselves and say...
I'm being honest with you. I'm saying I don't mind. In fact, I'd almost prefer not to be in the bridal party because then I don't have to be in all the photos and I can actually just eat the free food and the free drinks.
We'll be getting a lot of photos, but don't you worry about that. And look, obviously there's going to be probably a pretty cool dudes hangout the night before for the groomsmen, and you'll probably be out the window looking in.
You couldn't
going,
think
hey guys, what are you
of
doing in there?
anything worse
Having a
than
few
it.
beers, are you? Can I come in?
You know what I did on my wedding night before I got married, 4 months ago?
Didn't you just have an early dinner?
I had an early dinner of steak
Yeah.
and no veggies.
By yourself?
By myself.
In
And
your house, by
and I
yourself?
played my PlayStation until I got a bit tired and then went to bed. And that was my ideal pre-wedding night.
You know what I did the night before? Crying, because I could have been with you.
I knew it was a revenge snub.
No, it's not a revenge snub. It's just purely, it just so seems I'm, close to many people. And
I reckon you had your bridal party planned out before I announced mine. And then when I said you weren't in mine, you went home and you tore it off the wall and you cut me off.
Subbed in my wife-to-be's brother. Oh, yeah, well, I'm gonna put the other Ben in and see how he feels about that.
You already got everyone's custom socks made up and you've got the Ben pair?
Do I know any Bens? Do I know any other Bens? Went to school with a Ben? I wonder if he would... Yeah. Why don't we do this morning? 13 24 10. Were you snubbed from the wedding party? It happens. I was in that boat last year, and it seems Ben is now in that boat. It
seems like we're opening up some old wounds.
Absolutely. But we're both wounded now. And
I'm fine.
We will heal together. I think we'll be stronger for it. Mia in Largs North. Geez. I mean, I know it hurts, but were you snubbed from the bridal party?
I was. So my brother was getting married. About a week later, the bride asked me to be a bridesmaid after they'd already established a bridal team.
Oh, lovely.
And then after that, the maid of honour pulled out, and then I was actually upgraded to maid of honour. So, yeah.
Oh, nice. So the opposite of being snubbed, you were like upgraded.
Well, I was an afterthought, and then a very afterthought when then.
See, I get what you're saying now. Like
yeah, but still,
you feel like you've been snubbed, but really you were upgraded.
I would be pretty stoked if my snub story was I ended up being Ben's best man. To be honest,
but I get what you're saying, though, Mia. You're saying you were an afterthought. Like the bridal party was arranged, and then they added you after, and then you got upgraded when someone else didn't want it.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's right.
There are more brutal stories out there, though. Yep. Maybe Ronnie has one of them. Were you snubbed from the wedding party?
100%, yeah. So not only did I not get invited to the first wedding or was part of the wedding party, Jack had the audacity not to even invite me to her second wedding.
Oh, right, and who was it?
My sister.
You'd feel like you should be probably, even if you don't get along that well, you probably should at least have the invite for that one.
I mean, are you enemies or do you at least get along?
No, not at all. In fact, I'm a bit special because I'm adopted, so I thought she would have at least have the invite for that one. I mean,
a bit of a feedback. Yeah, right.
I was like, hang on, that guy in the car with you sounds like Ben. And then I'm like, oh, no, I see what's happened. Yeah, just your hands free.
That is pretty brutal, Ronnie, getting snubbed by your sister.
My own sister.
Carla in Modbury joins us now. Good morning. Did you get snubbed from the bridal party?
Yes, I did. My best friend asked me to be a bridesmaid, and I accepted. But then a few months later, she said we weren't very close anymore, so she pulled me out of it and replaced me with someone else. And I was like, look, the last minute, if this person pulls out, I'll just come back in. Sure enough, a month before the wedding, they pulled out, and so I had to go and quickly get dressed, get my dress made and everything. And
you see, the true friend was there all along.
Oh my god!
Yep, that's it, right?
Did you feel like you were growing apart when she said that, or did that were you not expecting?
I mean,
that?
a little bit. I was dating her brother at the time, so it's hard to maintain a good friendship when you're dating the brother because the brother gets jealous.
Yeah, right.
But still, I mean, that's pretty hectic to be sort of taken out.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's it. We're still actually really good friends now, so we kissed and made up since then.
Can I just say, Carla, the smile on Ben's dial at the moment, knowing there's hope. Maybe Liam will change his mind and trade someone out of the four.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
13 24 10. Give us a buzz if you want to get in touch for the 16 quiz. If you get on air, you're in the draw for Nova's first class and 50k. G'day, Ellie. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad this early. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad at all. The Campbelltown Council is cracking down on cats. Don't know if you've heard this, with a curfew and leash laws proposed. What noise does an angry cat make? Pretty good.
I would have also accepted a hiss. But, yeah.
UFC fighter Conor McGregor has gotten into acting and is starring in a movie called Roadhouse. What's the capital of Ireland?
Is it? It's definitely. Is it Dublin? Dublin?
It is. Did feel like you've got your laptop in front of you.
That's the why.
Yeah. Okay, well, happy birthday to Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. 41 today. In which legal drama did she become famous?
Who?
Meghan Markle.
Oh,
That's the one, Beyonce.
She's 41. I think she looks younger than that.
You're kidding.
41.
Yeah, I was just sort of reading the question.
Yeah.
Not processing that.
Yeah.
She's looking good for 41.
Great for 41.
Oh, my God. Beyonce has removed Khalees's milkshake sample from her song Energy. Can you name one ingredient in a milkshake?
milk.
Yes, this is true. 20 years ago today, this song went to number 1 in Australia. Can you finish these lyrics?
Do you think time went past me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles.
If I could just see you
Tonight.
Bit of Vanessa Carl. Can't hear that song without thinking of Terry Crews and White Chicks.
We went to karaoke, Liam, last Friday night.
Yeah,
I was just thinking that'd be a great karaoke song.
Wouldn't it just?
'Cause everyone knows the words.
That's it. I mean, it was number 1 20 years ago. You had the fans back then. It's got the nostalgia. Well, thanks anyway for playing, Ellie. Now you get to pick the next song we play. Would you like to hear Ben's song this morning?
A bit of Ace of Base, or would you like to hear Liam's song this morning?
I don't wanna rock DJ.
Robbie Williams. What's it going to be?
Both are good choices. Let's go for number 2 today.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah. It's a rock DJ kind of morning. Me with the force, kicking with your torso. Girls getting high and the boys even more. So wave your hands if you're not with a man. Ellie, can you kick it?
I don't know the rest of the words. I'm sorry.
Killed my vibe.
Enjoy on Nova.
Gonna stop DJ. 'Cause you're keeping me up all night.
Robbie Williams, rock DJ. God, I love that man. Had the Live at Nebworth DVD.
I know I'm not the only one, but the film clip to Rock DJ used to scare the bejeebus out of me.
Is that the one where he rips his skin off?
Yeah. Genuinely, I have vivid memories of watching like Channel V or whatever it was at the time and seeing that film clip, and I was so scared.
Yeah.
He rips his skin off when he's rolling around the roller rink.
Isn't it funny how there are some sort of film clips like on video hits and that sort of stuff that just stick with you longer?
Oh, yeah.
Like the early Britney Spears film clips.
Toxic? I'll never forget Toxic.
Yeah, I was maybe hit me baby one more time sort of.
I think Toxic is, I could be wrong, it might be a different film clip, but there's one where she's covered in bubbles and she's fully nude and she's just got bubbles covering certain parts.
Wasn't that?
And the bubbles are popping throughout the film clip. And Toxic is when she's the air hostess on the plane.
And Hit Me Baby is the one with the lockers.
Yep.
Do you know it was a weird film clip? Do you remember there's that, I'll have to look this up now because I can't even remember the song. But there was like a big plane, like a Air Force style plane, and it opened up, and then all these babies jumped out with parachutes, and they were parachuting down to a giant woman in bikinis.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was an EDM song. It was it was a dance song.
I'm gonna look it up.
You know what though? There's no better film clip. Blurred Lines.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now we're just getting a little scene.
P to the O to the D to the cast.
Last night, Liam, the most valuable thing in my house was destroyed. So the cats were in a weird mood after dinner. You haven't got cats. I got 2.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm allergic to cats, and I spend most of my life avoiding them. So I'm not really up to date with a lot of their behaviours. But they they spook easily, don't they?
Yep. Anyone with a cat would know that when they get in a strange mood, they run around the house. They're doing all sorts of weird stuff. I don't know. I think it was maybe because the weather was quite warm last night. It was quite windy. So I think that might have got them in a strange mood.
Like if there's a tornado coming and the animals pick up on it first, that sort of thing.
Exactly. So Sam and I went to bed, and after about a minute to 2 minutes of silence, laying in bed, we heard a God Almighty crash.
Which is also the name of one of your cats.
It is actually, yeah. I got Crash and I got Corvo. And so you're just dreading that because there's the massive crash and then there's silence. So you know one of the cats has knocked something off and they've broken it.
Come on.
So we painfully get out of bed because we're scared to see what's broken. And then I go to the kitchen first because that's kind of where they do most of their work. There's nothing broken in the kitchen. And then I thought, okay, that's strange. So then, because it sounded like a vase smashing. And then I went into the lounge room because there's a few things there that could be knocked over. Nothing knocked over there. So what do they do? I couldn't find it. And then maybe in the bathroom, there's a vase in the bathroom. Maybe they knocked that off. So then I went into the bathroom. Nothing broken in there. And then I heard my wife, Sam, scream.
Interesting scream from her. That was the actual scream
Yeah.
you were recording on your phone at the time.
The scream came from the office.
Oh, God, no, please. Please don't tell me.
Now, you've been over my house many
I
times.
must admit, when you said your prized possession, in my head I was like, oh, is this your, radio prized possession, or is this your, real prized possession? And I know in the study, or as you like to call it, the fortress, you would have a moat around it if you could. That is really the prized possession. There's iron bars on the outside of it.
Yep. So in the office at my house, there's it's an actual office where my wife Sam likes to sit and study and work and stuff. It's like a nice table with a laptop and she's got some plants and stuff. That's in one part of the office. And then the other part, that's my section. Some would call it a man cave.
Yeah, it's Ben's little slice of heaven. He's got one of those gamer seats that children have. He has got it fully decked out.
Yep.
The PlayStation, obviously. He's got the original PlayStation 1, and he's got 2, 3, 4, and 5, plus the Game Boy. He's got every console you could imagine.
The Switch is up there. So, and recently what I've done is I've kind of upgraded the setup and I've installed these IKEA shelves, and they start down low on the floor. And they go up, essentially like steps. And as each step goes up, I've kind of got all this memorabilia on there.
I mean, this is your happy place. I went to your house to have a beer on Saturday, and I walked in, and I was like, I said to your wife, I was like, where's Ben?
Yeah.
And I opened the door, and you were playing your little games with a little beer beside you.
So what happened was the cat had jumped up the shelf stairs. It got to the top shelf where all my PlayStations are. The shelf gave way from the cat's weight, and all the PlayStation things fell onto the PlayStation, and all my memorabilia that I've collected all fell on the floor. All the shelves were broken. It was an absolute disaster. Yeah.
And how much does it cost to euthanize a cat these days?
I didn't need a euthanizer. Oh, I was so mad. Obviously, the cat was fine. Obviously. I'm joking. But it was a disaster.
I would have hit the fan.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money,
Yeah.
a lot of time, and obviously someone forgot to use all 3 locks on the door before they left.
Yeah.
The fortress.
What I'd love to know this morning on 13-24-10 is, what did your cat destroy? Because I'll be totally honest, anyone with a cat would know this. They're little a-holes. They're absolute a-holes, and they take pleasure in destroying things. So what I'd like to know this morning, 13-24-10, give us a buzz if you got a story to share. What did your cat destroy?
Lucy in Glenelg East, you've got a cat?
Hey there, Ben and Liam. Yeah, I do. So my cat is toilet trained, but she has an obsession with peeing on my bed every single night, and I have to change the sheets every night.
They're just the worst. I love my 2 cats. I got 2 of them, but they're the worst.
They sort of spray as well, don't they, cats?
No, they just do
Yes, and it stinks.
Yeah, it does. It smells really bad.
Yeah,
I think spraying is what the male cats do to mark their territory.
Right. Well, Lucy, is it a male cat or is it a female cat?
I've got 2 girl cats.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, more of a stream then, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not a cat expert. As I said, I'm allergic and I tend to keep away.
It's also horrible to think the cat doing away on the bed, because even if you change the sheets, that's still seeping into the mattress.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, unless you get one of those protectors on it. Louise from Parafield Gardens. What happened? What did the cat destroy?
Hi, Ben and Liam. My wedding dress, it got to it the night before my wedding.
No, you're kidding. That is not good. That's really not good. And when you say got to it, what do you mean? It just got its claws in it and just started picking at it, or?
Hanging up, and it got, the train had beading on it, and as I say, the claws got to the little bits of beading and bits of beading.
That's a cat dream. I can already tell. Was it salvageable, or did you have to get a new dress?
I was like, oh, we'll see it. It's all right. It's on the train. And I think, I'm not sure if she got out her needle and whatever, but there was no going back. It was too late to pick it up.
Oh, Louise, the wedding dress.
Yeah, no, I wanted the tattered look. It's kind of like the Kanye clothes. Moth-eaten. That's the vibe. Hazel from Surrey Downs. What did the cat
Good
destroy?
morning. Good morning, Ben and Liam. We were newly married, brand new house, new carpet and everything, and I'd got a expensive steak out for dinner, left it on the kitchen bench to defrost. Came home, couldn't find it, thought, oh, well, cat must have eaten it. And about 3 weeks later, there was this foul smell from the spare room.
Yeah.
She'd taken it in there, chewed through the bag, and all the blood had leaked all over the carpet and gone mouldy and foul.
Yeah. So the cat did eat the steak, but in doing so also destroyed the carpet.
Yeah, sort of had a good chew through it and made holes in the bag so all the blood just gooped out everywhere.
Oh, that's the worst.
Tell you what, none of these callers are selling me on a cat. I think I'm happy being a dog guy.
Yeah.
100%.
I am a cat guy. I've got a cat and a dog. I've got 2 cats, and I just, like I've said plenty times this morning, they are the absolute worst. Beck in Wayville, good morning. What did the cat destroy?
I ate a hole through my double ensemble and used to attack me through it.
So you had a hole through your what?
My mattress. So he ate through the 2 parts of my mattress, put a hole into it, and I'd had it maybe 8 months, and then he used to attack me through my bed.
So you'd just be sleeping, and then just go, meow, and like crawl up his cat hole.
You'd sit on the bed to get dressed, and you'd be attacked through your legs and everything.
Just thinking it's some sort of game.
We're about to speak to a Nova Virgin.
Nova Virgin. Calling for the very first time.
So what we've started to do, Liam, is before 7 a.m. is meet new listeners every single morning, okay? So if that's you, if you've never called a radio station before, 13 24 10 is our number. You can give us a buzz. We'll get you on the radio, have a bit of a chat, and then we'll give you an awesome merch pack.
Isabella from Findon, good morning. How you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
So-
Long time.
Sorry, you
Sorry,
go.
no, I thought you were about to launch. Yeah, I cut you off. No, you go.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, how are you?
Yeah,
No,
not
I
too
thought-
bad.
'cause it
And now
felt
I feel bad because I feel like you're about to say long-time listener, first-time
First-time
caller,
caller.
and then Liam's cut you off, and then you didn't get to say it.
This happens sometimes. I'm sorry for tainting your first experience, but yeah, I'm a bit of a
That's
chatterbox.
okay.
Yeah,
You want me to do a retake?
Yeah, why don't we start fresh?
Right.
All right, so we'll go from the very start. Good morning, Isabel from Findon.
Good morning. Hey, long time listener, first time caller.
Very good. Now, I did say Isabel, and your full name's Isabella. Is that okay, or does that annoy you?
It's not a full name, it's just a completely different name. So we've really butchered this. Please do not switch over. We can assure you. Normally
it is
this
a hard
show is
A,
run well.
It is a hard A, yeah, no, you're right, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. How long have you been listening, Isabella?
For a couple of years now, probably since you guys started.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So have you always been a Nova listener then?
Nova, yes, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, sweet. All right. And we've been asking everyone this question this week, but is there anything from the show that you like, or something that comes to mind that you're like, oh, I'll do that again? I liked that.
Yeah, I think definitely, a couple of years ago when you guys did that sort of skit with Djokovic. Outside his hotel.
Oh, yeah.
With the tennis. I just think that was hilariously funny. I think that was amazing. That has stuck with me.
That's good.
So if you didn't know, that was when Novak Djokovic was in town for it was the
Adelaide
Yeah.
Open, yeah, and like a few radio stations were trying to get him, but we sort of went out in the front of his hotel and we played totem tennis, then table tennis, then actual tennis over like the span of an hour, and then he finally came out to his balcony and we had a bit of a chat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if you know this, Isabella, but Mix, the other radio station, they were next to that hotel and they had signs up in the window saying "call us," and we thought that was pretty slapdash.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, we'll actually go there and maybe we have a chance of getting them. But this is the bit you may have forgotten
so
about.
the salt that got rubbed into the wound was because they had signs that said, "Call us Novak." We called them, and Liam was pretending to be Novak with a really bad accent.
Yeah, and the producer's like, "Oh my God, Novak!" and they threw me on air, and I was like, "Oh my God!" So then I was like, on Nova being like, "Hello, it's Novak Djokovic."
Yeah, and then I don't think Soda was too happy.
Yeah, he wasn't too stoked on it. Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard that bit, but we'll have to. Well, maybe we'll play it in the podcast.
All right, Isabella. Now this is the exciting part of Nova Virgin. Okay, we're going to play a little game. If you can tell us who's talking right now, you're going to win yourself that sweet Nova merch pack. So who is talking to you right now?
Right now?
Right now, who's talking?
Ben.
No!
You're the first one! You're the first one to get it!
Be honest, Isabella, was that just a 50-50 or did you genuinely know that was Ben speaking?
No, I knew.
Okay,
No,
good.
told listener.
How do you tell? Is it just you can tell the difference in the voice? Because not many people can.
There's definitely a difference in the voice, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, good.
It's a contradictory
Both great voices.
to
Both
popular
great.
opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking over the top of each other again. Anyway, look, you have got some money can't buy Ben and Liam merch, all in a bag. Also, I don't know if you're into the footy, but we'll send you along to Port vs Richmond and Adelaide Oval this weekend. How does that sound?
Oh, amazing. Definitely a Port supporter.
Oh, perfect. All right, Isabella, you enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Thank you so much. You too.
No worries at all.
We are joined now by producer Belle.
What's trending?
Trending all over the internet.
Twitter. Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Hey guys, well the nightmare for Beyonce continues. She's now removed her sample of Khaleesi's milkshake from her new song Energy after Khaleesi accused her of theft.
My real beef is not only with Beyonce, because at the end of the day, she sampled a record, she's copied me before, she's done it before, so have many other artists. The issue is that not only are we black female artists in an industry that there's not that many of us, right? We've met each other, we know each other, we have mutual friends, it's not hard, she can contact, right? It's just common decency, especially because I know what I own and what I don't own. I also know the lies that were told, publishing was stolen, people were swindled out of rights, it happens all the time.
So the sample has now been removed. If you're wondering what it was, we all know milkshake.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than.
And then we've got from her new album Beyonce's Energy.
I'm crazy. I'm swearing. I'm daring. Your man staring. I just want
like
the country
super similar.
Because them Karens just turned into terrorists.
It's there, but it's not.
Similar
But
beats.
If you need it really, really in your face, I have done a little mashup for you.
On stage, rocking out, stir crazy. Coco Flola 1980.
Yeah, it does fit. It does fit very well.
It fits the mould. Obviously, she had the other ableist lyric that she took out.
Yep.
Also, she's getting heat at the moment from Monica Lewinsky. Obviously famous for the Bill Clinton episode, because there's a lyric saying, he Monica Lewinsky to all on my gown.
Oh.
And she's like, I want it out too. But that was a lyric from 2013. And they're like, okay, Monica. I think they're like, don't take this opportunity to try and get your lyric out too.
And a movie so bad it'll never see the light of day, Batgirl.
As long as you're holding class as Penguin, perhaps you'd include Batgirl too.
Batgirl? Batgirl? Batgirl!
Batgirl?
Yes, the new Batgirl film was set to be released later this year in cinemas and on HBO Max, but it has been completely pulled after it got a poor reaction on test screenings.
Oh, it must have stunk, because Hollywood has released some absolute turds into the world, so that must have been a special kind.
Well, you'd think it was going to be great. It was starring Michael Keaton, Brendan Fraser, J.K. Simmons.
Were they bringing back Michael Keaton back as Batman?
Yes, yeah. But
Just
I think it's
old,
older, easier.
crusty Batman.
Crusty Batman.
Yeah. Also, I feel bad for Brendan Fraser going, after The Mummy, this is his next, this is his big return. He's like, finally, I've landed a big role.
Done stuff
Batgirl, not much. And then all of a sudden it's pulled before it even gets to cinema.
And the highest paid athlete of all time, UFC fighter Conor McGregor, has landed his first acting role.
We're not here just to take part. We're here to take over.
Is it Batgirl? Because I think it's going to suck, whatever it is.
No, completely different. It was it's set to come on Amazon Prime. It's the Roadhouse reboot from the 1989 classic. It's been completely redone, starring Jake Gyllenhaal as the main character, and Conor McGregor is set to play a UFC fighter,
Okay,
but
well,
not himself though, like an actual character.
Well, hopefully he can separate his killer instinct. Like, Connor, stop! They're not real intruders. They're just actors. He's just beating them into submission. He won't be acting when his face is bouncing off the canvas. Who's next?
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.